I think we should just start. Yeah. We'll survive without this. I think you should only do it. His other family. And then if you want to add anything, just go for it.
Yeah.
Sure. Or we can switch whatever you want. So is that a hair or not?
Hello. You want to sit here? Yay.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's like Hamlet. I poisoned the tip.
Do you need an outline?
That'd be great, but not yet. How about it's gonna be before Legato D.
Test.
Thank you. Just voices. Dum diddy da da diddy da da diddy da 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 diddy da da diddy da da diddy da 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 oh diddy da da diddy da 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 Hi da 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 da, hi diddy da da, diddy da.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to say a welcome to everyone. It's so nice to end our week and begin Shabbat together. A special welcome to all our Mensch Academy families. We have our 6th and 7th grade families and their siblings and families here joining us today. A special welcome to all of you. This is a special Shabbat because we have a convergence of 2 incredible prophetic people of the 20th century. We have Martin Luther King, who we'll be remembering on Monday through service and through inspiration. But we also, this week, remembered the Yortzeit, the 50th anniversary Yortzeit of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. And what an amazing convergence of 2 inspiring individuals. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel lived a life according to the question, what is required of us? What is it that we are called to do? And so I'd like to begin our service tonight by talking to the people around us. And the question that I'd like to invite you to share, to meet people around you, is in the spirit of this moment, this convergence, is when from this week did you rise? Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, Martin Luther King were great men who rose to the occasion. What was a moment, if you look back at this week since last Shabbat, what is a moment in which you rose to help someone, to learn something, to be your best self? What is a moment when you rose this last week? And if you can't think of a moment when you rose, then share something that someone around you did that you were inspired by. But I bet if you really think about it, you can think of a time when you rose. So go ahead, turn to the people around you, introduce yourself to someone next to you, and share an answer to that. When you rose. I can announce that we're going into Nefesh. I should have said
I'm
that.
gonna just start with an
Then he's going to into Nefesh. Yeah, I think that's good. Like 20%.
Just voices.
We turn to page 11.
Lechu, Lechu. Lechu. You've got lechu means let us go. Let us go and give praise to God. And it begs the question, why do you have to go somewhere? Right? Why do I have to go? Because sometimes you have to leave what is familiar, what is your own place, to travel a distance to encounter the divine. Right? In this week's Parsha, Moses leaves home. He leaves Egypt where he grew up. He goes to Midian. He goes out into the wilderness to tend to his father-in-law's sheep, and he encounters a burning bush. And it says in the Torah that he pauses and he says, Asura na, let me turn aside and look at this wonderful thing that's going on. And the commentators say that he makes this very deliberate move to move from where he's at to a new perspective, to look at something different. And the same is true in our interpersonal relationships, in our relationships with our fellow human beings. Sometimes you have to move from where you are to encounter new people, new ideas, new ways of living. On this weekend when we are celebrating Martin Luther King Jr., he reminded us that crossing divides is not easy. Crossing across divides of race and religion, of origin, of language, that this takes an effort, and that it takes a leap of a movement in a direction towards the other. So with that in mind, let's hold on to that sense of movement from one place to another as we continue to join our voices together and sing on page 20 with the words Romemu, let us give praise.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachanu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachanu lehar kodsho. Adonai Eloheinu romemu ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachanu lehar kodsho.
page 22 for Anna Bakoach.
Maybe for real this time, maybe not. I don't know yet.
walk through life, we discover that there are so many different ways to pray. We pray with our mouths, or as Heschel said, we pray with our feet. Does anyone else discover some other way that you feel like you're in prayer, in music, or on the bus, or on the ski slopes? Any other ways that other people feel that they're in connection to God in traffic? Is that what you said? Sometimes we need that in traffic.
When you
Yes.
volunteer.
Yes, yeah. Any others?
When
Any
you
other ways?
volunteer.
Volunteer. Thank you. Yeah, Leah, thank you. Yeah. For our next prayer, we're going to do a little mix of our voices and our feet. And I'd like to invite up our Mensch Academy students. Come on up to the front. We have an additional prayer that we're going to invite into our service tonight. Another one by Joseph Goldman that he's put together that Eitan is going to teach all of us because it's a new song, a new prayer for all of us. So Mensch Academy students, come on up. Our amazing education director, Amanda, has some song sheets for you. Come on up. It's
I
okay.
think I have two.
Maddie and Sam, I see you. Saul, Miles, come on up.
Oh, that's
Any
very
others?
helpful.
I see Jason in the back. I see Noah.
tape this
Yeah,
onto
come on
the
up, Sarah. Any other students too, even if you're not a Mensch Academy, if you want to come up, feel free. Thank you, Ruben.
Test.
Okay.
Mensch Academy, I'm so happy that you all are here. Could you repeat these words after me? Lo yisa,
Lo yisa,
lo yisa goy,
lo yisa goy,
el goy,
el goy,
cherev.
cherev.
Lo yisa goy,
Lo yisa goy,
el goy cherev.
El goy cherev.
Beautiful. I'm going to sing a couple of lines and I'll have you repeat each line after me. Lo yisa goy,
lo yisa goy,
el goy cherev.
el goy cherev.
I'm going to sing those two together and then you. Lo yisa goy, el goy cherev.
Lo yisa goy, el goy cherev.
Beautiful. That's half the chorus already. The next line. Lo yilmedu.
Lo yilmedu.
Od milchama.
Od milchama.
I'm going to sing those two lines together. Lo yilmedu. Od milchama. Now you. Lo yilmedu. Od milchama. Beautiful. That's the whole chorus, and we're just going to repeat it a couple of times in a row. Lo yisa goy, el goy cherev. Lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy, el goy cherev. Lo yilmedu od milchama. Beautiful. Now there's a harmony part that goes with that. That's a little different. And Leah over here is going to be the leader on the harmony part, but I'll teach it first. And this is going to be especially good if this last part we just learned was too high for your voice. So we walk in the name of justice. We walk in the name of freedom. We walk in the name of love. We are unafraid. We walk in the name of freedom. We walk in the name of freedom. We walk in the name of love. We are unafraid. We walk in the name of justice. We walk in the name of freedom. We walk in the name of love. We are unafraid. Okay, I think we're ready to try them together. We'll start on the Lo Yisa Goy for a while first, and then the harmony will come in with Leah. Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama. Keep that going. Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama. And every elder neath their vine and fig tree shall live in peace and unafraid. And every child neath their vine and fig tree shall live in peace and unafraid. Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama. Just voices. Lo Yisa Goy El Goy Cherev Lo Yilmedu Od Milchama.
Yesher Koach to our Mensch Academy students. You can go ahead and be seated. Thank you for leading us. We turn to page 23 for Lecha Dodi.
We lost Miles.
Shabbat, ay, ay, ay,
וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו לתפארת ולתהילה. איי 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 לך דודי, איי 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 לקראת כלה, איי 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 בני שבת, איי 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 נקבלה או לקראת שבת. לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. איי 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 לקראת דודי, איי 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 לקראת כלה, איי 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 בני שבת, איי 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 נקבלה או מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, ומצאים מתוך אפיך, רב לך שבט לעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. איי 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 לך דודי, איי 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 לקראת כלה, איי 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 בני שבת, איי 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 נקבלה, איי איי לך דודי, איי 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 לקראת כלה, איי 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 בני שבת, איי 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 נקבלה.
We're on the middle of page 25.
ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי. אל יגיש פן פצי במזמחה, בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם לשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה.
Turn to page 28 at the red triangle in the middle of the page.
מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משפריה. אדיר במרום אדוני, 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 אדיר במרום אדוני.
Woo, indeed. Wow. Shortly, we'll transition into the Mariv service. But I have a question. What makes a place holy? What makes a place kadosh, a holy place? Have you ever been in a grand cathedral in Europe, right? Huge ceilings, right? Large columns. Or maybe a temple in Egypt, in Luxor. I've been to the temple of Luxor in Egypt, and it's these huge statues. And all of those things are meant to make us human beings feel very, very small. Right? The feeling in a cathedral is that God is big and you are small. But that's not the conception, that's not the idea of holy place in Judaism. In this week's Torah portion in Parshat Shemot, we encounter the first place that is called a holy place. As I said before, Moses is traveling through the wilderness. He's tending the sheep of his father-in-law, Yitro, and he comes to a mountain, Mount Horeb, and he encounters the burning bush there. And God says, Shal ne'alecha me'al raglecha, ki hamakom asher ata omed alav, adamat kodesh hu. Take off your shoes, because the place that you are standing upon, this place is a holy place. Now, what makes this particular location holy? There's no cathedral, no temple, there's no synagogue there. It is just the wilderness, a burning bush, and the voice of God. What makes it holy is that it is a place of encounter between the individual soul and the divine, between humans and God. What makes a place holy is when we encounter the holy, when we encounter the sacred in the other. And I would argue that the place that we most encounter, the place that we have the most access to the holy, is when we encounter other human souls. Because if we are created in the image of God, then when we encounter another image of God in the world, another human soul, that is where we can encounter God. And that's why this space, a social hall with temporary dividers around, can be a holy place if we bring our souls together through song and prayer. That's why when we encounter other human beings in true panim el panim relationship, when we see the other person as truly who they are, that can be also a makom kadosh, a holy place. We earlier sang a beautiful song composed by Yosef Goldman that Eitan led us in. And I want to share the quote from where that song comes from. Because it comes from the prophet Micha, from Micah, who has a vision of a holy place in the future. Sometime in the future when all the people of the world will come together in one place in unity, in peace, in fellowship with one another. Come, let us go to the mount of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may instruct us in God's ways. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation, neither shall they know war. But every man shall sit under his grapevine, and every person under their fig tree, with no one to make them afraid. Though all people walk each in the names of their own gods, we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. In other words, that all human beings will come together in the understanding that there is a oneness in the universe that unites us all. The divine spark that is in each human being that brings us together. And in that moment, the nation will not lift up sword against nation. There will not be hatred anymore between people. Every person will sit under their own vine and fig tree and not be afraid. Think of that image for just a moment. Secure, living without fear. Fear of other people, fear of violence, fear of having our lives taken away from us. To not be in fear. That is ultimately the goal of living at peace with other human beings. And so on this Shabbat that we commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rabbi Heschel, let's remember that what makes a place holy is that we come together with other human beings to see the divine in one another, and then we truly can make this earth a makom kadosh. Shabbat shalom. We're going to transition now into our Mariv service on page 39. We're going to ask you to all please rise as we face the ark together.
מעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד למלוכה לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המרים הרבים. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, חבטה תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו וקומנו, נשיח בחוקך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך, לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך לקבוע את העולם בשבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ושוכבך וקומך, ושתם להיות על ידך, ועדותך בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובישעריך. והיה נשמע תשמע ויאמר גם שלמה הרדבר מצוות. לכם אשר יצאתי מארץ מצרים לכם לכם למלך המלך. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We continue quietly on page 43 and we'll join together at the arrows on page 44. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים בני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהיו אוסף אליהם. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לבני משה זה ליאנו, ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גיא ישראל. Page 45. השכיבנו, אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום ובידינו, מכים וחיים כל שרים שוקת שלומך. ושמור צאתנו, בואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ביד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ויעל ירושלים.
We rise as we turn now to page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת דורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה וילמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכנו יומכו וחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן ישרי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולם היה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וידרום וינסה ויתאדם עבר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמד קודשה בריאו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירה מעולם אמן.
We remain standing now and we invite you to continue in Hebrew or in English in personal prayer, beginning on page 47 through page 52, the evening Amidah.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
remain standing now as we turn to page 56 for Aleinu, followed by Mourner's Kaddish.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל,
עתה גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שמיים ויסד הארץ משה וקרוב ושמיים. ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום להשבות האל
להשבותה
אל לבביך כי אדוני
הוא האלוהים. Who's gonna lead it? Who's gonna lead it?
הוא האלוהים והשבותה אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים והשבותה אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים
ונאמר
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד Mourner's Kaddish is on page 58. We invite those reciting Kaddish and those for whom it is your custom to remain standing as we call to mind our loved ones in the words of the Kaddish, page 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagala v'zman kari ve'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I want to say Yasher Koach to Eitan and uplifting our spirits and to our Levi'im, to everyone who's here, our Mensch Academy students for helping us also to rise. It's a communal effort. There's so many things that kind of weigh us down during the week, and it's so nice to just to let go and to be together. I also want to say a welcome. We have a few new families and new guests that are here. I want to welcome, is it the Berkmans? Is that right? Berkmans, welcome so much. It was nice to meet Matilda earlier, and to your family. I want to mention the Harari family. Can you wave so we know? Abraham's here with Benjamin and Elia. Welcome to our community. We're so excited. I met Catherine, the granddaughter of Dee and Ted. Welcome. Who's here? Welcome, Catherine. Is there anyone else who's here for the first time that we can welcome? Yeah. What's your name? Welcome. Welcome. So, Janice, it's so nice, both of you, that you could be here with us. What? Oh, via conference. Oh, yeah. Howard, it was so nice to meet you. Howard was our first arrival. Hopefully you'll be the last to leave, too. It's so great. It's so great to be in community. COVID reminded me how much we all needed that. And it's just look around and appreciate what a nice group we have. We're going to have a lovely Shabbat dinner for those of you that are staying. After we finish our blessings here, I'll invite you to go and find a table. We have special tables for our Mensch Academy families so they can continue to form relationships while they're on their journey. All the tables have questions on them so that you can get to know each other. Some of us know each other very well. Most of us only know each other a little bit. We also have our Slack group who's going to continue to Slack and that post-empty nesting time. When we go to eat, I invite you to get comfortable at your tables, get to know each other. I'll invite anyone with a young family, just go on up to the buffet right away, get your kids some food. It's getting late, and then we'll invite folks up to come up and get some food. Be mindful that we are a large group, and we want that last person to also enjoy the taco bar as much as the first person. So keep that in mind when you're taking your helpings. Just a few other announcements. Tomorrow we have Shabbat services here at 9:30. We have a special 3rd through 5th grade Shabbat, as well as a special Simcha for our friends Batsheva and Mordechai. So that'll be really nice. And I want to mention one other thing, which is in 2 Shabbatot, 2 Fridays, we're launching a new family service, which is inclusive of all different kinds of family members, but especially geared to families with kids 8 and under. And we're excited to launch that. That'll also be followed by a dinner. That's on Friday the 27th, beginning with a play date at 4:30, a service at 5, and Shabbat dinner at 5:45. If you have any questions about any of our programs, come talk to a member of the clergy team. And with that, I'd like to invite us to, we are so blessed with so many children here tonight. So I'd like to invite everyone to stand up, and we're going to offer a blessing for all the children and the children at heart, which we have many of as well. If you'd like to find the blessing in the Siddur, you can find it on page 75 at the bottom. So let's put our hands on any children that we have around us as we say the blessing, first for boys and then for girls. Yismacha Elohim ka'Ephraim u'cha-Menashe, and for girls, Yismach Elohim kisara Rivka Rachel v'Leah, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And now please continue standing. It's my pleasure to invite up Rose, Azriel, and Mia Monim. Did I say it right? Did I get, oh yes. Come on up. They're gonna lead us in Kiddush on page 76. There you go.
יום השישי. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם וכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. וישבח ביום השביעי מכל מלכותו אשר עשה. וברך אלוהים את יום השביעי וקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinkilanu Zikaron lemaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikraya kodesh zeyeker letziat Mitzrayim
כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Yasher Koach. It's now my pleasure to invite up the Gibson family to lead us all in Hamotzi, and then we'll end with a Shalom Aleichem to send us off to a dinner together.
Brody, you hold this. Ready? Comes this way. Gosh, these kids are
Ahad, shtayim, shalosh. Hamotzi lehem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lehem min haaretz. Amen. Yeah.
Okay, this is our walking to dinner Shalom Aleichem song. Here we go. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Asharet Malachei Elyon Ni Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Boachem leshalom malachei shalom malachei elyon Ni melech malachei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruchuni leshalom malachei shalom malachei elyon Ni melech malachei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'tzeitchem leshalom malachei shalom malachei elyon Ni melech malachei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu